Hi, my name's Tim, and this is my 1998 Mitsubishi Galant VR4. I first got into cars when I was pretty young, probably because of my dad, into muscle cars mainly when I was a kid. Eventually, when I discovered the internet, probably turned into JDM cars at that point. And I still love Euros, I love everything, muscle still, but JDM's, at the moment, for what I can afford, JDM's kind of the way to go. Originally, my first car was a 1997 Subaru Impreza, non-turbo. That was a good first car, I loved it, I love that. For a first car, you can't really do much with our P-plate laws here, unfortunately. So that really got me into it. Having an all-wheel drive car taught me a lot of things about, lines and stuff for driving. But after a while, I started looking, I was about to get my full license, and I started looking for turbo cars, which was my dream. Originally started looking at Skylines, Silvias, Chasers, but obviously a lot of them can be out my price range as well, considering I was just out of school and stuff. So I eventually started looking at the under 10k range. I went for something a bit different. Started looking at Legnums, which is pretty much just a wagon version of this. But then eventually I found a Galant, which is the sedan version, and I was looking for about a month at Legnums or Galants, whatever one came my way, but there was a lot of beat up ones. So I had to wait it out and waited for a nice one to pop up. And funny enough, this one lived probably about half a k away from my house, so I'd never seen it before. So yeah, found it on car sales, messaged the bloke, and 3 days later, after I saw it and realised how clean it was mine. So initial thoughts on it, it's a twin turbo 2.5 litre V6, which for me, going from a 4-cylinder 2 litre auto naturally aspirated Subaru, was a big jump. Still all-wheel drive, which I'm a fan of, but it drives for a big, people underestimate, it is a big car, and for how big it is, it drives really well. It's got rally-art adjustable suspension on it, which helps it a lot better than stock suspension. As well as all it really would need is grippy tyres, and that would be enough to keep it going for sure. It is bi-turbo, so which instead of sequential, both turbos come on at the same time, which gives it a lot more kick, which I'm a fan of as well. I like that a lot. It just puts you back in your seat a lot more. This particular one was probably the cleanest one I've ever seen. That's why I jumped on it. It is a big car, but at the end of the day, for the size, it can stay in the corners real well. Sounds real good. That's another reason why I like this one. It sounded unlike any other one I've ever seen in my life. And it was done real well. It's had a tune. It's putting just under 200 kilowatts at the wheels, which, as I said, for me, going from my old car to this was a massive jump. And also being manual, which is another rare thing about these. A lot of them are auto. And as soon as I saw it was a manual, I was in love. A few other things, it's got work wheels, it's got Brembo brakes from an Evo 8, front and rear. It's had the tune, full turbo back exhaust, boost controller, but apart from that, nothing really else power-wise, and it's a lot still for me. So future plans for the car, it's more cosmetic stuff. They did come out with a Recaro interior, which I didn't get, unfortunately. Which are a lot more, the seats are a lot more bucketier, and I'm trying to find some of them. And like an Evo steering wheel, stuff like that, mainly cosmetic stuff, and then change the colour of the wheels to bronze. Nothing really major, everything that I really wanted to do it's already been done. So yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. Although, as much as I do love it, after having it, I'm really thinking about going an Evo next. What model, I'm not sure. Depends what I can afford, I guess, but after seeing how these are put together, I can only imagine an Evo would just be on another level as well. So being a much smaller car, still all-wheel drive, not as big of an engine, but it'd still be a monster. So that's probably gonna be, what's coming next.